Tracy and Alan Lauron's tense confrontation, mystery, deception, and the battle to the death on The Young and the Restless. One of the hottest and most dramatic stories taking place is the confrontation between Tracy Abbott and Alan Lauron. This episode promises to bring fans a wave of emotions, as Tracy is determined to rescue Phyllis and Sharon from captivity, while Alan, a mysterious character, is willing to use any means to hide the truth. The tense interrogation between these two will not only push their relationship to the highest level but also reveal shocking secrets. Tracy confronts Alan, the challenge and the ultimate tension right from the start of the confrontation. Tracy did not hesitate to ask Alan directly. She demanded that Alan release Phyllis and Sharon, and called on him to turn himself in for what happened. This request made the atmosphere extremely tense. Alan, however, did not easily admit the truth. He glossed over, tried to downplay the situation, creating a perfect cover to hide his schemes. The conversation quickly escalated into a heated argument. Tracy, who was a strong and determined woman, refused to back down from Alan's deception. She not only wanted to rescue Phyllis and Sharon, but also wanted to expose all the dark schemes that Alan was hiding. Meanwhile, Alan, with his cold nature and sharp intellect, did not let Tracy win easily. Alan's every retaliation was carefully calculated, and their confrontation now became more than just a simple interrogation. Alan's hurt and danger considered a man of mystery and possibly even a dark plot. Alan not only confronts Tracy with difficult questions, but also poses a veiled threat to her. After a heated argument, Alan quietly leaves the room. However, before he leaves, Tracy accidentally discovers a strange alert on his phone. The message warns that there has been a security breach at Havenhurst Psychiatric Clinic, where Sharon and Phyllis are being held. This is an important clue, but before Tracy can process the information, Alan returns to the room. It is Alan's sudden change in demeanor upon his return that makes Tracy feel that something is wrong. Everything from Alan's eyes to his words exudes menace, as if he is hiding a terrible truth that Tracy is not ready to face. In particular, the appearance of a psychiatrist in the room, demanding an explanation from Alan for his actions, makes Tracy feel even more confused. Is this a sign of an inevitable breakdown? Dramatic shootout. Tracy and Alan face off as the tense confrontation between Tracy and Alan escalates to an uncontrollable level. Fans can't help but wonder if there will be a shooting between the two. Tracy, despite her determination to protect Sharon and Phyllis, may face unimaginable situations. When Alan has no choice but to defend his truth, his final act may lead to a bloody event. Who will lose their lives in this life and death battle? Can Tracy survive this confrontation without being caught up in the deadly fight orchestrated by Alan? Nick Newman and Billy Abbott. New developments. While Tracy is dealing with Alan, Nick Newman is not sitting still. He comes up with a way to help Sharon, even though danger is getting closer. Nick not only has to deal with the tension in his family, but also has to find a way to rescue Sharon from a difficult situation. A strategy he devises could change the situation, but is it a wise decision? Also at this time, Billy Abbott discovers something important about Phyllis. This could create a major turning point in the story as Billy realizes things he never knew about the woman he once loved. Phyllis is not just a victim in this story, but also part of a larger conspiracy that Billy never saw coming. Alan Lauron or Martin Lauron? The mystery revealed. With all the unexpected developments, fans will be surprised to realize that Alan Lauron may not be who he claims to be. Is Alan really Alan, or is he just a cover for Martin Lauron, the man Tracy has long suspected? The truth is slowly revealed, and it is possible that Alan is the figure deep in the dark past that Tracy is trying to uncover. Alan leaving the room and returning with a completely different attitude makes Tracy even more skeptical about his true motives. One of the most dramatic and tense confrontations is taking place between Tracy Abbott and Alan Lauron. Tracy, with her sharp intelligence and determined personality, is about to face Alan, a mysterious and dangerous man who is hiding a dark secret that she cannot ignore. Their interrogation is not only a game of wits but also a battle between truth and deception, with potential dangers. Tracy Abbott, sweet but determined Tracy, despite her gentleness and gentle appearance, is not someone who is easily fooled. She always keeps a sharp mind, especially when faced with complicated situations. When she begins to interrogate Alan, things become more tense than ever. Tracy not only wants to know the truth about what happened to Phyllis and Sharon, but also wants to understand the motives of Alan, who is behind all these mysteries. However, Alan is not an easy person to fool. With his secretive nature and foresight, he will never let Tracy read his mind easily. Tracy will have to face the clever cover stories that Alan creates to deceive her. However, Tracy is not an easy person to fool. She uses her intelligence and carefulness to exploit every weakness of Alan, gradually peeling away the layers of cover he creates. The tense relationship between Tracy and Alan. The confrontation between Tracy and Alan is not simply a tense conversation. When Tracy demands that Alan release Phyllis and Sharon, the situation quickly escalates. Tracy does not hesitate to ask Alan to surrender and take responsibility for his actions. However, things do not go as smoothly as she expected. Alan, with his calm and powerful demeanor, not only responds but also tries to turn the tables, making it difficult for Tracy to get to the truth. The tension between the two is growing. Tracy, with her temper and determination to protect the people she loves, cannot contain her emotions. She not only wants to rescue Phyllis and Sharon but also wants to expose the whole truth about the plots that Alan is hiding. But Alan proves to be smarter and colder than Tracy thought. He tries to make things complicated, not letting her easily approach her target. Dark conspiracies and deathmatch. As the interrogation becomes more and more tense, the inevitable may happen. During the argument, fans will not be able to help but wonder if there will be a shootout between Tracy and Alan. When things reach a climax, will Tracy survive this confrontation or will she become a victim of the war she started? These tense situations are not only physical dangers, but also push Tracy into a mental corner. She knows that if she does not clear things up immediately, the consequences may be unpredictable. However, whether she can find a way to win against Alan is still a big question. Nick Newman and Billy Abbott, new discoveries. While Tracy is facing Alan, other characters in the story are also continuing their journey to rescue Sharon and Phyllis. Nick Newman, with his nature of protecting those he loves, decides to think of a way to help Sharon escape the dangerous situation. Will his plan succeed or will he face strong resistance from the forces that control everything? Meanwhile, Billy Abbott also discovers a shocking truth about Phyllis. This will create an important turning point in the story, when Billy begins to suspect what Phyllis is really hiding. Is Phyllis a victim of a larger conspiracy or does she have dark secrets that need to be exposed? This will be a huge challenge for Billy as he tries to unravel the mysteries surrounding Phyllis. As things come to a head, fans can expect a dramatic conclusion. Will Tracy be able to confront Alan without falling into the trap he has set? And will she be able to save Sharon and Phyllis before it's too late? These questions will surely haunt fans in the upcoming episodes of The Young and the Restless, as secrets are gradually revealed and relationships are tested beyond imagination. One of the most important plot points that fans need to keep an eye on is determining whether Alan Lauron is really who he claims to be. Tracy begins to suspect that Alan may not be Alan, but actually Martin Lauron. Martin, a name associated with dark mysteries and conspiracies in the past, may be impersonating Alan to carry out criminal plans without anyone suspecting. When Tracy discovers an alert on Alan's phone about a security breach at Havenhurst Psychiatric Clinic, things get even more confusing. Before Tracy can process this information, Alan returns to the room and his demeanor changes completely. Will Tracy be able to decipher Alan's strange actions and continue to interrogate him, or will she be faced with a horrifying truth that she could not have foreseen? Open ending, unpredictable developments as secrets are revealed and the confrontation between Tracy and Alan reaches its climax, fans cannot help but worry about the outcome. Will Tracy win this battle, protect Sharon and Phyllis, or will she pay the price for her determination and courage? These questions will be answered in the following episodes of The Young and the Restless, when the truth about Alan, Martin and the dark plots begin to emerge, bringing the story to a dramatic and surprising conclusion. In the world full of intrigue, trouble, and surprises of The Young and the Restless, the complicated relationships between the characters always keep fans glued to the screen. One of the most notable plot twists today involves Billy Abbott, Phyllis Summers, and Sally Spectra, as secrets are gradually revealed and the relationships between these characters begin to change dramatically. Billy discovers the secret of Phyllis. Billy, a man who has always been involved in situations full of adventure and drama, is now faced with a terrifying truth about Phyllis. After Phyllis and Sharon are rescued from the kidnappers, Billy realizes that things are not as simple as he thought. Perhaps Billy has discovered that Phyllis has been poisoned, a cruel plot that she has been suffering all this time. Poisoning is not only a cruel act but also a sign of potential danger. Billy, who cannot stand idly by, immediately realizes that Phyllis is not only a victim of captivity, but also the target of a deeper conspiracy. This makes it impossible for him to be indifferent, and he decides to stay by Phyllis's side to ensure that she is protected and recovers from what she has been through. However, the big question is whether Billy can cope with all the situations, when the evil person is still out there, waiting to continue his plan. Sharon saves Phyllis, a deadly rescue while Phyllis is facing a dangerous situation from the poison in her body. Sharon is the one who has to play the role of saving her. As a doctor, Sharon understands the seriousness of the situation and knows that if she does not act quickly, Phyllis's life could be in danger. However, saving Phyllis is not easy, especially when she is still heavily affected by the mental and physical torture during her time in captivity. Sharon not only has to fight physical danger but also has to face difficult emotions when saving the woman with whom she had previous conflicts. However, Sharon still puts Phyllis's life above all else, and this is also the moment when the conflicts in her heart are gradually erased. The relationship between Sharon and Phyllis may never be the same again, but at this moment, Sharon knows that she must do everything to save Phyllis. Billy and Sally. The relationship is getting complicated. The relationship between Billy and Sally was already full of turmoil, but the appearance of Phyllis in this picture makes things even more complicated. Sally, who has always stood by Billy in difficult situations, now has to face the truth that she cannot easily accept. Billy's decision to stay and take care of Phyllis, whom Sally does not like very much, makes her feel insecure. It is a big test for their relationship. Billy, although he loves Sally, but his protective nature makes him unable to leave Phyllis in danger. Phyllis had been a major influence in Billy's life, and her dangerous situation was something he couldn't ignore. Sally, however, couldn't understand or accept this. She felt abandoned, not only because Billy paid so much attention to Phyllis, but also because of the strain he had put on their relationship. It seems that the more Phyllis appears in Billy's life, the more ambiguous and unclear the relationship between him and Sally becomes. Billy insists on staying by Phyllis's side, while Sally feels increasingly distant. Their relationship is at a critical juncture. Sally cannot accept that Billy prioritizes Phyllis above all else. Will Phyllis's appearance mean the end of Billy and Sally's love? The conspiracy. The danger is not over. Although Billy and Sally are facing their own problems in their relationship, a bigger danger is lurking for everyone. The person who kidnapped Phyllis and Sharon is still at large. This means that things are not over yet. Billy realizes that even if Phyllis is rescued and she begins to recover, dangers still exist. Billy cannot just stand by and watch. He decides to continue investigating and find the real culprit behind all of this. Billy's investigation could lead him into more dangerous situations, as he begins to approach those involved in this conspiracy. Can Billy find out who is behind it all, or will he be drawn into a more dangerous battle than ever? This will keep fans glued to the next episodes, as secrets are gradually revealed and the battle between good and evil continues. A tense situation. The puzzle of love, betrayal, and complicated relationships on the young and the restless has never been easy. What will Billy do when he has to stand between his love for Sally and his feelings for Phyllis? As for Sally, can she accept the fact that Billy will always care about Phyllis, or will she have to find a way to stand on her own in this relationship? Meanwhile, danger is always lurking and the characters cannot stop facing increasingly fierce challenges. Who will ultimately win this battle, love or the dark plots that remain unsolved? Secrets, romance, and painful trials in the tumultuous world of the young and the restless, every relationship faces an inevitable test. The main characters in the story, Nick Newman, Sharon Collins, Billy Abbott, and Phyllis Summers, are all caught up in a series of dramatic events and internal conflicts. From the complicated feelings between Nick and Sharon, to the insecurities in Billy and Sally's relationship, things are slowly unraveling as secrets are exposed and dangers continue to threaten everyone. Nick and Sharon, unspoken love and a tense conversation. Sharon confronts Nick and demands that he be honest about his feelings for her. After the events, trauma, and ambiguous moments between them, Sharon can no longer live in uncertainty. She needs to know if Nick still has feelings for her, if there is a possibility of a reunion. Sharon's question, though simple, contains a deep emotional pressure, as she does not know if she can trust what Nick is thinking and feeling. Nick, although always honest and ready to face any situation, but before this question, he steps back. He cannot clearly express his feelings. Does he really want to get back with Sharon? Or is he haunted by pain from the past that he cannot release? Although he loves Sharon, Nick's feelings at this time are obscured by doubts and unresolved issues. In addition, this frankness may make Nick wonder if Sharon is really okay. Could the psychological trauma she has suffered for a long time have made her mentally unstable? Sharon, after all the loss and pain, not only has to deal with complicated feelings about love, but also has to find a way to deal with the wounds that she has never truly recovered from. Is she capable of loving and trusting again, or will everything continue to be a series of wounds that cannot be healed? While Nick and Sharon are still struggling with questions about love and the future, Billy Abbott is facing a terrifying truth regarding Phyllis. After Phyllis and Sharon are rescued, Billy discovers that Phyllis has not only been kidnapped but is also the victim of a brutal plot. Billy learns that Phyllis has been poisoned, and this makes him unable to sit still. He is well aware that, although Phyllis has been rescued, she is still in grave danger, and Sharon is the only one who can save her. Phyllis, despite being a strong woman, could not overcome this shock on her own. The poisoning not only affected her body but also messed up her mind. Billy knew that he could not let Phyllis face this situation alone, and that was why he decided to stay by her side. However, this action was not easy, especially when the relationship between Billy and Sally was at a very sensitive point. Sally and Billy, a troubled relationship. Although Sally had always supported Billy in difficult situations, Billy's decision to stay by Phyllis's side made her feel unhappy. Sally was not only worried about Billy's health but also about his relationship with Phyllis. Phyllis had been an important part of Billy's life, and now, she had once again become a complicating factor in Billy and Sally's love. Sally feels like she can't take this stress anymore. Her relationship with Billy has been challenging for a long time, and Phyllis's presence only makes things worse. Sally feels abandoned, not only because Billy cares so much for Phyllis, but also because of his ambiguous feelings for her. Can she continue to be patient with Billy, or will there be a fiery confrontation between them in the next episodes? Dangers still ahead. Not only the relationship between Billy and Sally, but also the dangers out there that threaten all of these characters. The person who kidnapped Phyllis and Sharon is still out there, and this means that the women are not really safe. Billy can't just leave things like this. He decides to continue investigating and find out who is behind it all. However, in the process, Billy will face many new challenges and may have to face the culprit directly. In addition, Phyllis is not only a victim of poisoning but also may be the key to unlocking deep secrets that she does not know. What will Billy do to protect her, and can he find out the truth before it is too late? Mysteries and truths will be revealed finally. All the dark secrets will gradually be revealed. The relationships between Nick, Sharon, Billy, and Sally are gradually reaching a breaking point. Will Nick decide to express his true feelings for Sharon? Will Billy be able to rescue Phyllis and protect her from the dangers that still lurk? And can Sally continue to maintain a relationship with Billy when Phyllis always appears like a ghost in their lives? All these questions will be answered in the following episodes, when feelings, betrayals, and conspiracies continue to push the characters into tense, complicated and emotional situations. Please subscribe to our channel to update the latest news.